Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Coaches Show here in the Lynn Miller Room. JT Webb joined now by head soccer coach Warren Lipka. And Coach, 0-7 so far to start the season, the draw at St. Francis, but we have played one of the toughest schedules in the country. We've talked about this a few times. This is the schedule you wanted to set up, not the results we've hoped for, but you've had a lot of bright spots thus far.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I just think that we overtaxed our kids a little bit. I think that going into games, you got to recover. You got to have a chance to recover and get your legs underneath you and things like that. I think this year was a little bit taxing on the schedule, but if you look across our conference, it seems like everybody's doing it. They're all trying to test their kids early, and that's what we wanted to do. Is test them, challenge them, see what we're made of, and we've come out with some pretty good games. The scores were a result of some of the games that we did play well in. We found the right combination of kids. I think that we're going to be able to get a little bit of a rhythm out now. So we've got to put aside what has happened on the record and look what we have down the road. And I'm confident, very positive that our players are going to really come on along the time when we need them to.
One last non-conference match on Sunday at Appalachian State, and then we start getting into OVC play. Obviously, don't want to overlook Appalachian State, but what do you look for heading into conference play?
Well, I think this is our last opportunity to get another game under our belt with the group that has been playing pretty well for us the last few games. This year we're scoring a few goals. I think Jade is getting us some chances. Macy's got a few goals in there. Holly Tilley stepped up and got a couple points in there. So, we're getting goals. I think what we wanted, the staff was, stop the bleeding in the back, not give up as many goals back there. And this is, you're probably wondering if I'm crazy or not, but, after the Louisville game, there's many more bright spots after that Louisville game than you would think of a 7-2 game when I walked away. And I think because of those bright spots and how we took that last game, I thought our Xavier game was one of our best games we played all year. So we're going in the right direction. This is one of our final chances to be able to kind of sharpen up this one group before we start our conference play.
Coach, you mentioned the match with Xavier. They didn't get a shot off until a minute left in the half. Did you feel like that was probably the best defensive performance?
Absolutely. I think moving Lindsay Edel in the back kind of gave us a little bit more experience back there. Lindsay's she's normally back. We put her in the midfield this year because we wanted her energy and her toughness, and it wasn't to be, and so we moved her back in the back on the right side, and it really shored some things up. But I also think, Elizabeth Tresnick and Kim Golden and Kelsey Gomez, and I think especially the two center backs in Trez and Goldie, is that they are really starting to come around for us. And they said Trez and Goldie haven't played together all year. They didn't train together last spring, so we're still growing as a team. We're still growing in our positions.
Coach, one more question for you before we let you get back to preparing here. What do we do the rest of the way to get this team ready to compete for an OVC championship?
Well, I think some consistency throughout the back, and I think Elizabeth Floyd played a very, very good game for us on Sunday, and it was just an unfortunate situation with the goal that she let up. But I think she gives us the confidence in the back and in the history, because she's got a lot of games under her belt from last year. Nobody knows she had appendicitis at the beginning of the year, and so she's just coming back. But I think it gave us a lot of confidence in the back with her back there, with the combination of our back four starting to play well and more cohesive. I think what we're trying to do now is get the consistency throughout the team coming into this last weekend, and win, lose, or draw. Obviously, we would like to get a result this weekend. I think this team's starting to get ready to what the most important time of the year, conference play.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate you having me.
That was head soccer coach Warren Lipka. This is the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.